Welcome back to God in the Grass. Today we're going to be trying Noidecs's Gorilla Glue. Me. Oh, it is Gorilla Glue. Talking about Today we're going to be talking about Noidecs. Welcome back to God in the Grass. Today we're going to be talking about Noidecs's Gorilla Glue. It's 23% THC, less than 1% CBD. We're going to give it a try. So I've got the Mighty, I've got some pods made up with some of the Gorilla Glue in there. I've actually tried some, I believe Glory Glue. I believe Gorilla Glue is actually the parent of Glory Glue. So I've tried Glory Glue, and we're gonna give Gorilla Glue a try and we're gonna see what it's like. So I've just popped it in. It's already been heating up without the pod. So sometimes I just like to let it go for about a minute to see if we can get it up to the right temperature, if it's ready to inhale. You know it's ready when you get some vapor coming out of it. If it's not producing any vapor, then it's not ready. So right away, I'm getting hit with this kind of pine. It's very smooth. The taste isn't too pungent. It is quite subtle, which I don't know if it's a good thing yet. Yeah, so it's already started to make my mouth a bit dry. My eyes are already starting to feel quite dry. It's definitely got like kind of a piney, earthy taste to it. It's not too pungent like I've had with some other glues. But yeah, it's not too bad. Nothing crazy at the minute. Yeah, so it's not harsh on the back of my throat, but it definitely gives you that kind of dry mouth, dry throat sort of thing. So I would recommend having a drink at the ready with this one. So I've been given this with the hopes that it will help with some of my mental health issues, predominantly anxiety. I've had a look on Leafly. It's not probably the exact same grower or whatever, but it's said to help with that. What I find the most strange about this one is that it's listed as a sativa on there. I will try and do this. I don't think it's got any of my information. It did on the back. Just showing the back. So on the front, it will say, I've never had it in a bag before. They usually come in a tub, so it's a little strange for me. It says on the front that it is a medical cannabis flower sativa. So my point is, I don't really agree with the whole sativa indica thing. Looking at the terpenes of this flower, looking at what people have said, it seems like it's more of an indica than anything. But this is the thing with strains. You have to just give it a try to see how it affects you, because it's different strains, different brands. But it definitely already giving me those kind of indica effects. I can already feel like my body becoming quite not numb, just quite stiff. Not stiff. I always struggle to find the words when it comes to like the body effects, because I don't typically take cannabis to help with anything, chronic or physical, but the body effects do help with the sleeping. It does help with kind of calming my body. When your body calms down, your mind tends to do so with you. When they tell you, sit back in a chair, breathe through your nose, that sort of thing, this is kind of helping with some of that. It's allowing me to go into that place to kind of reset my brain. So it's not necessarily that it has those mind effects that everybody says that a sativa is for. It's that sometimes the body effects can help the mind too. So I can tell, I'm only at 181 and it's already pumping out quite a lot of vapor. Sometimes I don't know if I should hold it or not. I don't know if that's a bad thing to do, but there's just so much vapor pumping out of this one. So Noidecs, it's the first time I've ever tried a Noidecs. I've tried Advent, Aurora, Chiron, a few others, but I've never tried a grow. I've never tried Noidecs, but it seems okay. It's not blowing me away, I'm gonna be honest, but in fairness, I have only had the one. It is quite low. You know what? I could say this is pretty good for daytime, actually, because I think it will help with the anxiety and the panic, but it won't put me to sleep. So this actually may be very good for a daytime, but so realistically, it would be for a day like this, where you've got a few things to do around the house, but nothing major. So I am already feeling kind of a full body kind of effect. Actually, I was just kind of checking myself out, and honestly I think I can feel it in around the face and the head as well. It's not just a lower body effect. You find with a lot of like the dominant kind of indica daytime strains, evening strains, they are below the neck, sort of. It almost feels like everything below the head goes kind of into couch lock. But I'm kind of getting the full body effect here, so that's definitely good. Something I'm noticing already, it's been about maybe 10 minutes and I was probably being... I was probably getting ahead of myself in saying that this wasn't having much of an effect. It is now. Yeah, so I don't know how they can call this a sativa, honestly. I would say if you're working at a desk, it's absolutely fine. If you are working outside, doing something physical, or you have, chronic pain, this is... completely lost track. So what I was saying before I completely lost track of everything that I was saying. I could use this strain if I was doing a task, like for example myself, I'm a graphic designer, but I also do a lot of artwork in my spare time, look at some shameless self-promotion. Oh, I would take this when I'm drawing, because oftentimes I can find that I get too distracted or too panicked for whatever reason that day, that it's difficult for me to sit still and concentrate on something that comes naturally to me. I think this is perfect for that because I can focus on what I'm doing and probably nothing else, which is good for me because it's the issue I have, and that's why this is probably perfect for me. Oftentimes I will be doing a task, whether it's talking to somebody, whether it's getting on with some work, typing, whatever it might be, and my brain has got about 5 other things going on at the time. So this is actually good. It seems like it kind of blocks everything else out for a minute. You become hyper focused on whatever it is that you're doing, and not everything else that's going on around you. So when I look like a bit spaced out and I look like I've forgotten where the camera is, it's because I'm probably very focused on what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking about, what I'm doing at the time. So again, have a task to do if you're going to take something like this, because it's going to probably lock you into that task, which, depending on who you are and what your needs are, it's either a very good thing or a very bad thing. For me, I'm probably going to get on with some work today, and this will be very helpful when doing so. I was probably ready at the early stages of this to write it off as not very effective. I was ready to have my first negative review. I'm not going to do that today, fortunately, because this is very good. I have got quite a high tolerance, and it's done its job. It's done the job. My mood is definitely elevated. Like I say, I could probably get on with plenty of work and be quite focused on it today, but probably not know what's going on around me besides that. Guys, we are doing really great. The last videos I've just seen an amazing kind of bump in subscribers. I love all the comments, even when they're critical, guys. I might be a little salty, but I still enjoy reading them, and I still enjoy discussing things like this with you. So want to watch some of my other videos, if you want to subscribe, join the gang, then I would super appreciate it. And guys, have a great day. Love yourselves. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.